Before we start, just understand this is not a signal service. Everything you see here is for educational purposes only. Trading involves risk, and the goal here is not to follow trades, it's to learn the process behind them.
Good morning, and welcome to I'm the Trader Capital, a live trading for law. First and foremost, all glory to the Most High God. Let's bow our heads for a quick prayer. Our Heavenly Father, we thank you for your grace and your mercy. We thank you for another opportunity to try again to learn and grow in these markets. Father, we ask that your will be done today as it is in heaven. Father, we ask that you give us the heart of a giver and make us a lover of our neighbor. Please let me not lead anyone that listens to me astray, but use me as a vessel to bring your children back onto you. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. Amen. 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 Can the church say amen? Amen. Let's begin. Before we jump into the charts, I just want to time I used to sit down on the charts with no real plan, jumping between strategies, losing, blowing accounts, second guessing every entry, and honestly just hoping that the trade would work. And that's where most traders are today, not because they're not capable, but because they don't have a structured process. The biggest pitfalls that causes traders to fail is that they have no knowledge on money, they don't know how to lose, they don't know how the markets operate, and they don't have a winning model. 90% of traders fail. All 90% are plagued with one or more of these pitfalls. Today, I'm going to show you the 3 pillars that every trader must have in their trading to survive and thrive in the financial markets, so you can join the 10% who succeed and fast track your way to the top 1% of the wealthiest people on this planet. It's called the 10% to 1% club. Let's go. Woo! But before we dive deep into the 3 core pillars, when you step into this arena, on this battlefield, you must first have 2 crucial realizations. Realization number 1, trading is war. This is not a get rich quick scheme. This is the hardest thing that you'll ever do in your life. Realization number 2, all traders are money managers. As a trader, your ability to manage money is vital to your survival in this industry and in life as we know it. Most traders think that success in the markets comes from finding the perfect strategy or catching the biggest moves. But the reality is, trading success is built on 3 core pillars. First is money and mindset. This is the foundation of success. Then is risk management. This is the holy grail of trading. This is what will keep you in the game long after everybody else has quit. And lastly, we have trading edge. This is where all traders start. I know this because this is where I started. That's why in today's session, we're going to hone in on your trading edge. Now, everything that we do here is built around one thing: confidence in your trading edge. And at I'm the Trader Capital, our confidence comes from 3 things. First, it comes from understanding how the market actually operates. Not what social media says, but how money truly moves. Second is having one trader model. One model with IPDA signatures that we trust and execute on a consistent basis. Third is having a plan and a process, because without a plan and a process, you're just reacting to price and you're winging it each and every time. And this right here, this session, this is where we focus on the 3rd piece, the process. So many people lose confidence in trading and in life because they simply don't have a plan. There's no process they're following. There's no procedures and protocols that they're abiding by. They literally are just winging it. And they wonder why they can't get consistent. They wonder why there's ups and downs in their equity curves. They literally can't figure it out. The uncertainty of not knowing exactly what you're doing, how you're doing it, why and when you're doing it in the market will cause you to fail in trading. Confidence and certainty are key if you want to be successful in trading. And it's your responsibility as the trader, as the analyst, as the fund manager. It's your responsibility to attain that confidence, not only in your model, but also in your processes. So what I want to do right now real quickly is I want to share with you the process that we teach all our analysts at I'm the Trader Capital, and then we'll see that process live in action. This is the 3-step trading process. Step 1, condition. This is where we determine our bias. Before we even think about entering a trade, we need to know the market program. Are we in a buy program or sell program? This is where the market shows its hand. Then we have step 2, stage. This is what sets up your trade and what does your trade look like. There are 2 types of trades: retracement setups and continuation setup. Then we have step 3, execution. This is how you're going to enter, manage, and close the trade. At I'm the Trader Capital, we have 4 entry criteria before executing. I'm not here to force trades. I'm here to execute my plan step by step in real time. All right, let's get into the live trading flow. Now, as you're watching, don't just look for entries. Pay attention to the process behind the entries, because this is what will get you into the 10% of traders who succeed. And if you want to go further to the 1%, well, that's where we break down all 3 pillars inside of the program. I used to think that winning trades built confidence, but it's not the wins. It's knowing exactly what you're doing, when you're doing it, how you're doing it, and why you're doing it before, during, and after each trade. And that is what we're building here. Let's begin with our daily trading processes. Bear with me. I had my shit shut down on me. Like, Google just shut down on me, so just give me a second. Give me uno momento, por favor. Okay, we back in action. We back. It should be fixed now. All right, weekly target going into today. We're at 3% for the week, as always. All right, still yet to hit that target, but we move and we progress. All right, our mental check-in, feeling generally okay. Excited to see what price action has in store for us today on this FOMC morning, 2-stage FOMC at that. Excited to continue to grow, all right, and get 1% better. I feel like I just every week after week, it's just something different. I switched up a little bit, all right. I cut the umbilical cord with the 15 seconds. I'm done with it. I'm coming to terms with, like I said, seeking excellence and just sniper, right? I get enough opportunities on the 1 minute. I don't need to go any lower than that. So just preface it by just saying that. But anyway, we digress and we progress. I accept any risk that comes to trading today. I understand that trading comes with real risk and that losing is part of the battle. All right, news. All right, like I said, it's FOMC, 2-stage FOMC today. All right, we have high impact news coming out at 10:30, and we have another 2 high impact news coming out in the PM session, 2 p.m. and 2:30. So we have news today, all right, making it an optimal day to take a trade. Obviously, whether we take a trade or not still depends on opening range gap, all right, but I'm not anticipating too much from this morning just because of FOMC in the afternoon, but we're here anyway, so let's see what this morning has in store for us. Risk going into today, we're at 0.25 of account size, and we have a max of 0.75 per account per day. Finally broke my losing streak yesterday, so let's keep that going, right? Let's keep it going. Even if it comes, it's okay. It is what it is. I accept it. But let's go ahead and adjust our higher time frame ranges and go ahead and do a weekly program review. Welcome to the new setup. I had this set up before, then the 15 seconds tempted me. Then I went back to that, and now I'm back to the setup. I felt really comfortable. Every time I had the setup on my screen, I felt really comfortable. I just felt at peace, right? So we're back here, and we keep it pushing. Anyway, let's see how it goes, though, innit? Let's see how it goes. 20-day. I'm still going to be keeping an eye on the 15 seconds when I do my back testing session. But in terms of trading and having it on the chart as a main, taking up real estate on here, not right now. I'm letting it go. And being okay with it. This is real growth for me. I'm just saying. Let's get previous day. Make sure it's on the right high, you feel me? For hour, let's see. Nope. Nothing's happened in price to change our weekly program. Okay, we're still in the sell program going into today. All right, for our weekly program to adjust, right, price will need to come and take Monday's range high, all right, and we'll flip our weekly buy. So we're still in a sell program. We did hit our daily inefficiency here and price closed above it, so it's respecting it in terms of body closure. So let's see how today goes. We haven't taken either side of dealing rate in the previous days yet. So cool. I leave it on the 4 hour here. We get to see that, maintain that weekly stance in front of us. And then we can bounce between the daily and the 4 hour on here, my higher time frame. And then we come here to get our dealing range up in here. Feel like I should put the 1 minute in the middle, have the 15-minute on the end here, but let's see how this goes. If I go to put the M1 in the middle, then I'll do that. But for now, let's keep it like this. From 12 a.m. to current price action, okay, lowest low to highest high gives us our dealing range that we're dealing in for the day, which also determines my daily condition, dealing range. And now we just wait for one side to be taken, all right, and that will give us our condition for the day. We already have our condition for the week. Hold on, let me copy this, paste it here. So we can just do, we can have the weekly on here on its own. Hey, let me know, sync it. And then here we can have just the daily on its own. Don't be slow with me today, please. Don't do it. Don't do it. Do not do it. Arrrr. Whoa. You said it, Dai. You said it. Look at that. Look at that open range gap. Oh, mate. Oh, mate. We should all just log off right now and just go enjoy the rest of our day. Come back for PM session, really and truly. Oh, mate. Oh, mate. Yeah, I don't like that gap. That's a gap I don't want to partake in. Okay, so we're gonna do a tape reading session until like maybe not too long, maybe an hour. We'll stay till about 10:30 and see what price is saying. But I ain't enjoying this opening range gap, boy. I ain't with it. I ain't with it. I ain't with it. We're just gonna be tape reading today for about an hour until first hour of trading is behind us, okay? And we're gonna call it a morning because I'm not feeling this open range gap here. All right, and that is one of the conditions I need, right? I need a decent size open range gap. It's about knowing when not to trade, okay? And that's something that new traders don't have. They always want to be in the market, but not every day is going to be an optimal day to take a trade. Even when there is news, right? It's not going to be an optimal day. So today is one of those days. Even though we have news, right? We have a small open range gap, all right? That's not telling that there's going to be good price action, especially because we have FOMC in the PM session as well. Okay, so nothing is boding well for price action this morning, but we're going to be here anyway. We're going to tape read it and see what will go on, all right? If we get a decent trade, nothing wrong with just being here and watching it, okay, and just collecting the data. That's all it is, just data collecting to further emphasize that, hey, on days like this, I don't really want to be trading. That's why I'm here, all right? Because I could shut this bitch off and be done, but I just want to be here, feel the price action, and see what actually happens, right? Collect the data live and price and see what's going on, all right? Oh, yeah, baby. So this is the new setup. This is the new setup. We got the 1 minute, we got 15-minute, and then we got 4 hour and daily on the higher time frame. So we got our entry time frame, intermediate time frame, and our higher time frame on this side. Okay, just so I can be aware constantly of the high time frame and what's going on with it. Okay, because that's something I've been slacking just because I wanted to place emphasis or support. I'm not emphasis, but look at the 15-second time frame, and I'm done with it. Cut the umbilical cord. Cut it. Cut it. I feel great about it too, and it's not something I'm missing. My back tested last week. I finished my back testing for last week. Crazy, innit? I finished my back testing from last week, and I was just like, you know what? The 1 minute gives me enough setups. Plus, it allows me to avoid the setups that I don't need to be in, either because of risk or just because it doesn't set up, right? So I'm like, I have more than enough here. If I'm seeking excellence, this is a perfect time frame for me to be like, okay, I don't need to go any lower than the 1 minute. And before, like I said, if I'm going to be managing other people's money, all right, down the line, right, once we get everything together, that's the goal here, right, managing other people's money. If I'm going to be doing that, I don't think they would appreciate their money being put to risk, you know, at such a rapid pace as the 15 seconds, all right? At least the 1 minute is a bit slower, right? So yeah, that's my reasoning, and I'm done. Like I said, I'm gonna still keep an eye on it, okay? But like in terms of having it on the real estate in my chart, I'm done. I'm done. I will go on it to like maybe catch continuation or re-entries when later down that line. But for now, I'm cool. I'm cool with just the 1 minute doing this thing for me, to be honest, and feeling no type of way. I like this. Like I said, every time I had this layout here, it usually is the 1 minute, 15-minute, and the daily. Okay, but I just need to look at the day for the day, right? Early on, when I look at it one time, I don't need to keep looking at it. I prefer the 4 hour right now. And then, right, I can have a higher time frame perspective as well, instead of just having my intermediate time frame and my entry time frames. But anyway, as I was saying, I felt always felt comfortable, right, with this when I had this set up on, and I don't know why I, you know, backtracked on it, but I was just trying to do too much. You know, that's me. Always trying to do too much, mate. But I'm growing, all right? I'm seeking excellence in my trading. I'm trying not to do too much. I'm trying to be one-sided and just focus on mastering. Oh, and also the models, even though I have multiple models here that I've obviously based on experience and data collecting and being in price, I've collected multiple models. Moving forward, I'm only going to be trading one model, okay? And still collect data on the other models, okay? Still collect data on the other models, but in terms of engaging and executing, I'm only going to be executing on the one model, okay? And that is kind of like the 22 model. So it's going to be short-term high taken above with a market structure shift. So it's liquidity on both sides taken, right, at a key level, and then I'll be interested, okay? So that's the model that I'm sticking with for now, okay? I will be collecting data on all the other models, okay? It doesn't make them null and void. I'm just right now choosing to engage in just the one model, okay? So that's it, and that's all. That is it, and that is all, mate. I was already seeing that price action is going to be iffy this morning because of FOMC, two-stage FOMC, and now that open range gap just solidified that, didn't it? This is an environment you don't want to be pushing in, right? You don't want to be pushing your luck. You don't even want to be in the charts, really and truly. It's a good thing I'm not even logged in to trade, so we'll be tape reading. Do have a 4-hour inefficiency in here. Here I'm gonna no sync this. Oh no. I just wanted to stay on my higher time frame. See, now I get to even know where the 4-hour and the daily inefficiencies are. Oh, this is so much better. I like this. This I can mess with. Let's put this back up here. Oh yeah, I've been meaning to do this for a minute. Hold on, make sure I'm on the right one where I can see the inefficiencies. Yep, right here. That's why when Michael's been talking about it, I'm like, yo, I'm not seeing that gap. It's not a suspension block, but it is a suspension block. I just didn't have this. It needs to be a step, at least on weekly, what I'm doing, like checking the settlement price as close on daily intervals. Okay, so I need to be checking them on the daily basis because it's a daily close. I need to be checking it on a daily basis. Cool. Just so I can see where the inefficiencies are. You know what I'm saying? No sync me, please. And then below, oh, this is sick, man. This is sick, man. The fact that I can do this now on the same chart, I like it. Forget the 15 seconds. I was overdoing it anyway. You know, that's always been my problem. Just trying to do too much all at once. Just take your time, baby girl. I don't even need the 15 seconds. The 1 minute is more than enough. Because literally on last week, the 1 minute, every session, like AM session, post opening range, you gave it. Lunch session, post opening range, you gave the setup. PM session, post opening range, you gave a setup. Like, that's all I need. Just one of those, right? That's for now anyway, just one of those. Soon, obviously, I would like to take all, because that's me. But just one of those for the day for now. More than enough for me, you know? It's about consistent profitability, and that means not being in the market consistently. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, we have this liquidity here. Okay, 20-day low is now currently 60-day low as well. Okay. What do I have holding? Oh, I don't need to draw the liquidity. We have the liquidity here. Oh yeah, this is the inefficiency that I want. Depending on how price behaves in this inefficiency. Okay, this is the next strong liquidity for me. I have it on here already, so that's cool. No sync. And that's all I really needed to do. Let's go back on the 4 hour. Na, me, my milkshake. Ain't fuck all happening right now, you know? Anywho, I'd like to take this moment to invite you all to join us at I'm the Trader Academy, okay? You get a free training on the basics, all right? Building a strong foundation, what every new and aspiring trader must know before risking money, okay? It's free to enroll, okay? So don't think you have to pay, all right? It's free. You get an account, you get to log in, you have unlimited lifetime access to the free training. And obviously anything more that I decide to put on there for free, you get access to that as well. Okay, it's just your pathway to becoming a successful trader. So I'd like to take this moment. If you haven't went to already check it out, go check it out. Let me know what you think. I want feedback on this, all right? If anything is like, yo, this is off, this is the interface, the user interface isn't very friendly at all, like I don't even know how to find things, let me know so I can adjust, right? I'm always looking to improve and be 1% better. So go check it out. Even if you don't want to enroll, just check out the website. Let me know what you think, what could make it more appealing, you know, like if it even looks good, like if it's something you see and trust just by looking at it, all right, off the bat. So let me know. Go check it out. I'm the Trader. I'mTheTrader.com. All right, it's fully live now. All right, we're here. We got a real estate on the internet here. Okay, so let me know what you guys think. All right, what's included in your free enrollment is the free trading basics course. All right, a downloadable workbook that you can obviously work through as you go through the training. Okay, I feel like it's easier when you have stuff written down. That makes it more you're able to retain it. An action plan and your pathway to the 10% to 1% club. Not that you need to. We're looking mad ugly, Matt. We're looking ugly. Price action is looking ugly. It's looking ugly for two reasons, all right? And that's because we had a small opening range gap, okay? We had a small opening range gap from when we closed yesterday, 4:14, to when we opened today at 9:30. We have the tiny, can't even see it. You can't even see on here. Look how much I have to stretch out for you to see this. This gray box is the opening range gap, okay? It's tiny, and when it's tiny, it means price action is going to be ugly. Second reason is that we have FOMC. We have two-stage FOMC this afternoon, okay? We have two-stage FOMC coming out this afternoon. So
price action is looking ugly. Nothing I want to partake in. So I'm just doing a quick tape reading session for an hour, and then I'm gonna get out of here because it's not worth it. It ain't worth it. I won't be putting in risk. Yeah, yeah. This price action is ugly, ugly, fuggly, fuggly. All the way live, all the way live, we all the way live. We all the way live. But yeah, this morning, this is not the type of morning that you want to put risk in. Okay, this is not the type of morning you want to trade. All right, just for the two reasons that I mentioned today. Okay, it's not worth it. There's so many other days with so many optimal opportunities to be in the market. Today is just not one of them. But this morning particularly is not one of them. It's just better to just wait for PM session, wait for FOMC to come out, all right, and then we'll get much cleaner price action then. But for this morning, I'm just here just to collect the data, just to further back up the fact that these are days that I don't want to trade. Okay, so that's all I'm here for. I'm not going to be here for a long time. Okay, nor do I feel like I'll be intrigued or tempted to take any trade because I'm way past that point now in my trading. I'm way past that. Okay, I have self-control sometimes. Anyway, it's better than it was when I started. I have a lot of self-control. But like we changed our setup here. Okay, we cut the umbilical cord like I've been saying with the 15 seconds. Okay, I'm no longer looking at it. I'm no longer trading off it. I'll just be looking at it in back testing session. Okay, but in terms of having it as real estate on my chart, I'm done with it. Okay, just 1 minute is more than enough for me. All right, it's more than enough. It's more than enough. I don't need to be greedy, right? Just find myself trying to do too much. All right, just trying to be in the market consistently. All right, the more you're in the market, the more of your money it will take from you. Okay, seeking precision. All right, sniper school. I'm in sniper school right now, and I think the 1 minute is perfect for that, based on my back testing and everything else, all the data and experience I've collected. So now we get to see our higher time frame. Okay, we get to have an eye on our higher time frame, pay attention to it, see what's going on. Arrivederci. 950 macro is about to kick off. We're going to use this opportunity though, all right, to get closer to price action, to better understand the breadth of these candlesticks, okay? Now, if you don't know what candlesticks is, all right, this free training right here, I go in depth about candlesticks, okay? I go in depth about candlesticks and how to read a price chart, okay? Talk about candlestick price chart and the candlestick patterns that I look for in price, okay, that we look for here. I'm the Trader Capital, all right, in price. I go into a lot of details. It gives you a strong foundation that when you come here to the live sessions, all right, you kind of know a little bit more, right, of what I'm talking about, what I'm doing here, and it's not like gibberish. Okay, you get a bit understanding, a dual lesson on the language of price. Okay, but it's something that you have to consistently immerse yourself in, all right, to get better. Just like if you're learning another language, you have to keep practicing. You have to keep practicing. I was trying to learn Mandarin, and I was doing good for so long. Like for 6 months, I was like consistent with it, and then it got to like a point where it just started to get harder, and I just started to get not do it anymore. Now I don't even know anything, so I'm trying to pick it back up. But like, if you start a new language and you're not like consistently immersing yourself in that language and speaking it and using it, obviously you're not gonna know shit, right? You're not gonna be able to have a conversation. Okay. 你叫什么名字? No, that's not how you say it. See, I used to know a couple of phrases, but now they're all gone. They're all gone from memory. But I'll be coming back. Duo keeps emailing me and keeps sending me sad notifications. But I'll be back. For sure. Capital preservation is our number one gig here. All right, that's our number one job. Preserve capital. And it's about knowing when to trade and when not to trade, when to put money in the market and when not to put money in the market. We're taking London session sell side, which is inside of our dealing range. Oh, I didn't even know liquidity above and below dealing range. Mother sec. Below dealing range, we got previous day's low and 20-day low, which is also a 60-day low. Above dealing range, we got Asia session buy side. And yesterday's also Asia session buy side above price. Inside, we had London session sell side, which price is taken now into yesterday's first presented Prezi on the 50-minute time frame. Mr. Wild Wild West is in the building. Oh, mate. Mr. Wild Wild West is in the biddy. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Let me get this real quick. I ain't did this in a minute. We all the way live. Nothing here, nothing here. Nothing to see here, nothing to see here. Don't get me a band, okay? Guess all my. Now it's pushed you. I had to make them mad. And there's no denier, nobody other. Me a day on top. We're heading to dealing range south side. South side. It is south, right? It's it is south, but it's not south side. It's south side. That's funny. That's hilarious, you know. We're heading to dealing range sell side. We got less than 4 minutes for opening range to be complete. Okay, there's been literally nothing here for us. Yeah, but yeah, that's nothing clean, nothing super duper clean, you feel me? So if and when we take dealing range sell side, obviously drawn liquidity would be 20-day low, which is also previous day low. There's no other liquidity below price really until we get on the daily, until we get to this daily inefficiency as well, which is my potential drawn price, depending on how we behave here, right? Depending on how we behave in this inefficiency. All right, my drawn liquidity for the long term, right, is down here, and then potentially obviously to continue higher, maybe potentially, but that's what I'm looking at right now. Higher time frame perspective, if you don't have that, you're gambling. Okay, if you don't have a higher time frame perspective, an idea on where you think the higher time frame is heading to, because that's really where these candlesticks, they follow the higher time frame more than anything. Right, obviously the lower time frames together, right, completes the story of the higher time frame. Back to back, I they make them mad. And there's no denier, nobody other. Me a day on top. Five down will be nickname. Give me the money. Over the fame. Over the fame. There's no point in having a trading plan, right? If you're not going to stick to the plan, you know? Then throw the whole plan away. Throw the whole shit away. Bang, bang. Not for me, though. Not for me, though. I see here Monday's low. There is a continuation up right there, isn't it? Bing, bing, bing by the bush. We won't. It's our little secret. Don't worry. We're gonna get you there. Well, we're gonna get him there. Open range. Let's get that up in here. Yeah. Let's take it to here. One thing I did notice too when I was back testing is that I don't know if I want to extend these all the way for the day, you know. I'm still collecting data on it, so da, 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 da. There we go. Open range confirmed. We got our open range high and low. Still haven't established a condition yet, so let me go. Well, I don't know why this says sell. We haven't established it yet. So this will be interesting because during my backtesting session, each and every day, dealer range was taken before open range was even complete. So this will be a good data here to collect. Give me the money over the fame, over the fame. Back to back, me act them. And there's no denier, nobody. This is ogly fogly. We haven't established a condition. We haven't taken no key levels. We just here. Price action just doing what it wants to do. Giving the money over the fame. Look at the menus. Look at these menus. Look at the look of the next generation as well. We love this. Okay, this guy's getting a little hench. She getting a little hench up in here. Mr. West is in the building. Mr. Wild Wild West is definitely in the building. take this damn thing off my face. Look at Mom and Sarah. Look at Zaza. Still holding his daddy's ears. She is just the cutest. Oh my goodness. Look at this troublemaker over here. Mama V. Born to be wild. Oh. Oh, put his glasses back on. Protect the eyes, man. Protect the eyes, okay? It's very important. Without these, I cannot see these, right? Mama V and her swagger boy. Yo. I didn't know with these two. Oh my goodness. What? Look at Jen. No, that can't be Jenny. Oh. Yes, Zaza. Oh, mate. Oh, mate. Maneuvers. See? Open range 950 macro is done and still nothing in this price chart here. Oh my goodness. This is ugly, fuggly, fuggly. This is fuggly price action. Oh, actually, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. I just noticed something here. Bing, biggity bosh. Hold on. I can use, yeah, let's bring that down here. I can use this one. We take buy side above equilibrium of opening dealing range. Drop down. Market structure shift back below. I see you. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. But this is the only thing that I'm seeing right here. It wouldn't have even given me enough contracts to get in, to be honest, which is fair. It's not my trade. Join opening range anyway. It's not my trade. It's not my trade. And this is what I was saying about the 1 minute. Even if there is a setup, right? I'm not gonna be in all the setups because of my risk parameters, right? It's not gonna allow me to be in every trade, and also gonna not be like too many false setups like the 15 seconds was given. Even though this is a valid, solid setup here, it didn't give me the opportunity in terms of risk wise, right? But it's given us -1. -1.5 is right below our drawn liquidity when we take dealing range sell side. So yeah, buddy, this is the only thing I'm seeing right now. This is the only setup of the morning right now. Okay, so we're watching that. Bang, bang, bang. Taking dealing opening range, sell side. Session condition has been established as a sell program in line with our weekly. We haven't established a daily yet, but we're about to. So I think I should have a session one here too, no? I should. Give me the money over the fame. All right. Dealing range sell side getting taken. All right. Condition for the day has been established as a sell program in line with all our conditions, right? From the weekly, daily to the session is all saying sell, sell, sell. All right. Obviously coming in, we already knew what the weekly was saying. So this right here would have been perfectly good setup if, you know, I'm collecting data for that opening range setups. Okay. So this is another data yet collected. This whole week, we've been seeing good opening range setups post that 9:30 kickoff. So let's see what else this trade would have offered us. But I am seeing it now, all right? I didn't obviously notice it at first, but I'm seeing it now, okay? And there's still data being collected, all right? Doesn't have to be something you saw in the moment, but if you can see it, hindsight is 2020, right? That's how we learn, that's how we grow. My eyes are closed. Make it stop. Yo, that was a fun ride. I ain't even gonna lie. Yo. Sell, sell, sell. This right here would have been the only thing here. Let me see. It's minus anything below 897. Yeah. Wait. Yeah, if it's plus 100 would be 936. So if it's above 936, then it's above 100. So this is how I'll be looking at. We'll be looking at bodies just because this range is over 100 handles. Okay, looking at the low and the high here. Okay, it's over 100 handles. So I'll be using the bodies for targeting. Okay, and negative 1.5 would have been smashed already here. So let's see if I do. If based on that, right? If we enter on the same spot of our entry and exit. So let's see if it would have. I doubt it still would have given us a opportunity to partake in this, to be honest. Yeah, just barely missed us at one. We always want this quantity to say one and higher. Okay, if it doesn't say that, we can't obviously trade a 0.965 contract. Okay, it doesn't work like that. So if it doesn't give us a one, then there's nothing we can do here. Nothing at all. Yeah, wouldn't have given us anything. Cool. That's fair. Target wise, would have hit negative 1.5. So that was pretty cool. Pretty neat for a day like this that, you know, we're very weary of. It was clean. It's clean now that I'm looking at it. It's clean. And it's something I would have engaged in any other time. Obviously not during this time, not during open range. Obviously for now, I'm still collecting data on trading opening range, okay? Until I get enough data and I feel confident in being able to take trades during the opening range. For now, all right, I'm going back to just post opening range trading, okay? So we're still collecting data, all right? This was a good piece of information here that we noticed after the fact. But that's the only thing here that I would really engaged in for the morning, to be honest. And that would be us done already now, right? If it didn't even let us get in, but anyway. Yeah, decent. Decent setup there. Give the money over the fame. Over the fame. Give me the money. I'll be getting out here soon. At least we got to see one trade, so we'll take that for today and call it a day. I also need to start paying attention to the news and the trades during open range. If it's any factor, right? If it plays any factor in terms of what time the news is and if opening range gives us a good setup or not. Something to pay attention to and start noting. I'll go back obviously and see that, but moving forward, I'll also be paying attention to that as well. Data collecting, that's all we're doing here. We're just collecting data and we're refining our processes and procedures and doing it based on what the market is giving us, okay? Drawn liquidity right now is 20-day low, which is also 60-day low, which is also previous day low. Let's get magic magnet up in here. Ooh. I should have it on here and above. Actually, hold on to me, 'cause I'm a little unsteady. A little unsteady. Oh. That is our draw on the liquidity. That was nice though. Now that I look back at this, why was that not paying attention? Yeah, that was nice. -2, right, is right below our drawn liquidity. All right, so I like that. This is where we go to break even. I remember a -1 now. We leave the stop alone. We don't touch it. 1.5, that's when we move the stop to 50% of the range. -2, where I break even. That's 3 partials right there, and I don't care what happens next. We're about to smash our drawn liquidity. It's about to smash -2 here. Okay. I don't mind that. I don't mind that. I need to start being more aware, you know? That's good data right there. I'm glad I stayed and I paid attention, you know, because I could have just ignored this and just left it. But man's paying attention out here in these streets. That's the one it came into. Here. And then he gave us a local one here. Yo. Oh my goodness. We're taking that drawn liquidity, okay? Magic magnet doing its thing. Once again, my understanding of on draws and liquidity is been incredible, and it's been process orientated in terms of, hey, we take dealing range sell side, what's the liquidity below it? That's my next drawn liquidity. We take dealing range buy side, what's the liquidity above it? That's my next drawn liquidity. So far, that's been like not failing at all, you know? It's been doing what it needs to do. Now let's see what the number is here. We should say already 603. Oh yeah, we're definitely smashing it. -2. Getting smashed. This trade here would be going to break even though it didn't allow us currently our current risk management. All right, okay, I'm risking 250 per trade. In terms of where my entry and my stop loss would have been, it wasn't enough contract size for me to get in. So okay then, not a bad morning, right, for all the factors that we talked about this morning. Okay, not a bad morning. Data. That's our job here, okay? Now I have no possible draw on liquidity until that inefficiency I talked about. Ugh. Don't tell me it's booked. Make it happen. Make it happen. Hold on to me, 'cause I'm a little unsteady. So that means I need to be aware of the range here, okay, before I need to anticipate, right? I need to anticipate that, hey, we've taken buy side here, okay, potentially we could come down in here and cause a market structure shift back below the equilibrium of dealing range. So I need to anticipate that happening and already know that, hey, this range is already 100, over 100 handles. So I need to be aware of that, right? And be like, yeah, this is where I'll be entering, okay? And we did get that entry here on this candle as well. Gave us 3 opportunities to get in there, okay? And that stop would be up here in the candlestick bodies, okay? So where I'm entering, if it's based on the bodies, and the exits will be all based on that range as well, on the bodies as well. Unless it's the wicks, then it's the wicks, right? But this is something I need to know beforehand. So I need to work better on working on my anticipation skills, right? And being ready and aware of the size of the range, right? Before it even comes and takes it, I need to be aware of it, okay? So that's something I need to start doing. But we'd be at break even here on this trade, and whatever it does next, none of my business. After 3 partials, 1, 2, 3, we'd be at break even. Whatever it decides to do next, my milkshake. None of my beeswax. Cause I'm a little unsteady. First hour of trading, I did say we'll be getting out of here then, so do I want to see what 10:30 and 10:50 macro has in store for us today? No, I think I've seen enough for today. All the action will be during PM session, so I'll be back for PM session. There you go, first hour. It was in alignment with our weekly condition, right? So here, even though we hadn't established a daily condition yet, we had a weekly condition established, and this trade was in alignment with that. So data in it, data, something to pay attention to. Anyway, from here, the next drawn liquidity was clear, right? These were typical lows that we have down here. So, all right, okay. 1% better just by being here today, right? That's what it's all about. And we've taken liquidity off the dealing range, all right? So if we've initiated retracement setups, all right? We've initiated retracement setups. Conditions after conditions, right? There's certain things I want to see if I want to take a certain kind of trade, right? There's only two types of trades: continuations and retracement setups. For retracement setups, going against the trend, okay? So I want more out of the market. I want the market to show me more before I engage in those, okay? Because I've been burnt too many times with those. Too many times I've been hurt. Ooh. What you think about them vocals? Beyonce ain't got nothing on me. She ain't got jack shit on me. I'm watching this inefficiency here. This potentially I want to see become an inversion, so let's watch it. Completely booked, is it? Huh? Completely booked, is it? And the other day I asked one of the help support people, the Squarespace have a support desk on via Twitter where you talk to them on Twitter messengers. I asked them how to get their job because I would love to just sit at home and respond to people that text me on the text message like, okay, go here, this document shows you this information, you know, like that's a cool ass gig. How do I get one of those? He sent me to the website and they didn't have shit. Like, he didn't even have the information that I was asking. He would send me to a freaking frequently asked page. Hey, read this thing where it talks about that. Like, come on, man. Give me the info I'm asking you for. You feel me? I'm like, how do I get a job like yours? How do I get your specific job? How do I get you fired so I can get that job? That's what I should have asked him. Or she, whoever it was. Could have been they, them too. Stop it. Stop it. You can see up to 10-10 like this. I like that. Solid. All right. One like and we'll end this stream right here. Somebody, one like and we'll end the stream right here. Get on with the rest of our day. I've seen everything I needed to see for the day, I think, you know. I can look at 1050 macro at my own time, right? I don't need to be on here to do that. You know what I'm saying? We had one good setup, opening range. So that's all we need, really and truly. It wouldn't have let us in there, but it was good data to collect, all right? Because obviously, once we increase that risk, that will no longer be a problem. So it's not about, I'm not focused on the trades that I can't really get in. I'm fine with them, okay? Because I know once I start increasing my risk incrementally, all right, more opportunities will open up to me in terms of entry. So I'm not fussed. I ain't fussed. I ain't pressed. I ain't worried. I'm just here. I'm just here collecting data, having a good ass time doing it, you know, trying to enjoy it anyway. Why is it now that it's showing me? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know. Next draw, obviously, now is the standard deviation of open dealing range. So I'm seeing how price gravitates there. Negative 2.5 would be getting hit because I'll be taking there at 6. Yeah, I don't even need to do that now anyway. Negative 2.5 getting smashed there. Anything above negative 2 really is a bonus. Because that's why I go to break even and I'm like, you know what? You can come take me out. You can do what you want at this point. Yeah, that was solid. That was solid. That was solido. here. Won't be here for too long. Yeah, I'm about to get out too now. Thanks for that one like. Let's get out of here, man. We said we was gonna get out of here at 11:30, so let's just be a woman of our word and done. All right. So trade performance review. What I did well today is that I showed up. All right. Got 1% better, gained experience, learned lessons that I'll take into my next trading day, next trading session. Showed up today and exercised my discipline muscle in terms of, hey, I said I'm going to stay out the market based on the factors that we talked about this morning. Okay, so I stayed out the market and just take thread. Very happy and pleased with myself. Didn't feel the need to be in, not that I even saw this stuff happening at the time, but in hindsight, I saw it and I didn't feel no type of way about it. Gained experience for sure and got 1% better just by showing up and being here today. Okay, so very happy and pleased with my performance today. Where I fell short today, I woke up at a decent hour. I got my morning routine in. Chart wise, we didn't do anything. We just kind of watched the price do its thing. And so don't think I fell short anywhere. So proud of myself by that. Pat myself on the back. At least I got to watch this beautiful hindsight trade here. Okay, that obviously we're collecting data on for when we can and we are able, based on risk, to be able to engage in it. Very nice. 9:30 opening bell kickoff set up there. Okay, you like it? We like it. I like it. I prefer to trade open range, but as I collect more data and post open, as I collect more data on open range and the setups are clean and clear, and I feel comfortable and confident in them, I'll go ahead and engage in those as well and just call it a day there and be done when I'm done, right? How I can improve for next day, next trading session is keep showing up, right? Keep seeking excellence in everything that I do. Is my pursuit of excellence that's got me to like just be doing more, like switching up, even like changing back to 1 minute, 15 minute and high time frame. I feel so much better just on this time frame alone that I'm no longer burdened by the 15 seconds and all its constant setups that it gives me. Even though some of the setups are sweet, it's not for me, right? I'm back to my roots, back to where I started, and I'm happy and content with that. Okay, keep showing up, keep seeking excellence in everything that I do. Don't let short-term adversity, losses, series of losses which I had been experiences, okay, deter me, distract me. All right, I'm still stuck to my precision protocols regardless of the outcomes of the trade, okay. Keep taking small steps in the right direction, right, and eventually we'll get to our destination. We don't need to get there immediately, okay. Take our time, all right, because that's one thing that just, it always creeps up in me, right? I'm trying to do too much. I'm trying to get to where I need to get too fast, but it's not about that. Enjoy the journey, enjoy the process, and just take your time with it, right? Don't be too hard on yourself, all right? Give yourself some grace, okay? Give yourself some grace and just keep pushing forward, right? Keep analyzing the data, keep analyzing the data, keep analyzing the data. We're here, we're data collectors. Pretty and truly, that's what we do. That's our number one job here. We're collecting data and we're refining and we're adjusting based on the data that the market is giving back to us, okay? That's how we adjust, that's how we grow, and that's how we get better. But other than that, solid day from us here today. I'm the Trader Capital, all right? Kind of a dry morning, but at least, hey, we saw this beautiful setup here, so it made the morning worth it, all right, to be here for me in terms, at least for me in terms of my data that I'm collecting. It made it worth it for me to be here, so I'm happy about that. Yeah, other than that, I'll be here for PM session. Obviously, you won't be here, but I'll be here. I'll come and take a look at PM session. Whether I take a trade or not, we'll talk about it tomorrow morning, but that's it from here, from us here. I'm the Trader Capital. All right, let's wrap it up. Yeah, we do have news all week, right? Don't we? Yeah, we have news. Friday, I have an appointment that I'm trying to push back a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna once I'm done here, I'm gonna reach out to them and see if I can push it back a little bit. But if not, tomorrow will be our last trading day. But we'll see. But other than that, yeah, let's wrap it up. Before we wrap up, I want to leave you with this. There was a time that I would finish a trading session, feel lost. Even on days I may know why it worked. On days I had no system to fall back on. That's the difference in having a real edge. Truth. Most traders only focus on entries, but consistency comes from the system behind the entry. So if you've been watching and thinking this makes sense, but I don't have the full system yet, that's exactly why I created the 10% to 1% club. That's where we go deeper into all three pillars: the full model, the risk management system, the money and mindset principles needed to join the 1% club, and the exact process to follow daily. If you're serious about becoming consistent, that is your next step. I used to think the goal was to win more trades, but the real goal is to become the type of trader who can perform no matter the outcome. Because once you have that, the results will follow. That's all for today, folks. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you in the next AM session, kicking off at 9:15 a.m. Kickoff once again at 9:15 a.m. To be on time is to be late, okay? So make sure you show up early. As always, I'm the trader here, signing out. Good luck, good trading. Happy bloody hunting. Remember, you only fail when you quit.